What's up, guys? Welcome back to the next video. I got a pretty good video for you guys today. I'm going to talk about a few things, and I really want to focus on, what happened this week in the stock market, my predictions for the rest of the year, and I also want to talk about what I would do if I was new to investing and I just wanted to get my toes wet, get in the market, and start investing for myself and my future. So, let's start off with this week. This week was insane, guys. Let's getting used to this face cam. I actually moved it to this corner today because I want to be able to read the Word document I got set up. Let's take a look at the 1 week chart, or the 1 month chart actually. So green for the month actually for right now, 1 month chart. But like I talked about last video was just a little test run trying to figure out this face cam stuff, and I'm finally getting it. I'm gonna buy a microphone. Right now I'm using my Xbox headphones, but it's all right. We're gonna get there. But yeah, so this month was a wild one. This week was a wild one. So as you see, we were down, almost 10%, down to 19.8K. And then this week has just been a ripper. Insane, like crazy bounce back. So now we're green for the month. It's pretty good to see. For the week chart, we're up almost 5% or $1,000. That's awesome to see. And it's crazy because like old me, when you first start out investing, it's like, oh man, I'm making, a few dollars. And it's okay, I'm making a few $100s if the market's green. Then I'm making, wow, I'm making $500 a week if the market goes green. Now I'm up, and this is a good week, and I made over $1,000. And old me would freak out over that, but it's just part of the game. So, like I said, it was an insane week. It started off a nightmare because people were talking about recession fears, and there was slower job growth than expected, and investors took that horribly because honestly, guys, we're in a really high pricey market right now. So people are honestly looking for reasons to sell. And that was a perfect reason. So people were saying, we're going into a recession. It's over. Da, 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 da. Markets were tanking off this news. Now everyone else was panic selling and, doom and gloom. I was actually picking up shares. What companies I picked up shares was Meta, Google, and CrowdStrike. And I don't regret it one bit. So now the markets have came back. I have reaped the benefit, and the people who panic sold were punished. So now let's talk about what do I expect from the market for the rest of the year. Now, you got to keep in mind, we're in an election year. Election year is going to be a ton of volatility. Like I highlighted right here, volatility is the key word. There's a whole bunch of uncertainty right now, especially after this whole, we're in a recession, we're not in a recession. You get the whole election impacting, everyone's lifestyle, and whoever wins this elections, I think is gonna have a big impact on the market. I'm not getting political, but there's a video with me and Nadia, my girlfriend, talking about politics. It's a pretty funny one. I think you guys should watch. But yeah, so a lot of volatility. I do think the market has some upside left. A lot of people are saying, it's over, market's up over. Let's see what the VU's up. Year to date, it's up 17.5%. It's a monster year for VU. But if I'm being honest, guys, I think we got some more in the tank. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we traded kind of sideways until the election, but I think now is a great time to get in the market. I think it's always a great time to get in the market, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. But let's talk about what stocks do I have my eye on. I always got to share with you guys what I'm thinking, what I'm going to buy, what I'm thinking about selling, etc., etc. So there's nothing on my sell list right now. I'm pretty happy with how my portfolio looks. However, there are a few stocks I have my eye on in particular. Number one, Snowflake. Snowflake is a data company, has to do with artificial intelligence and kind of bringing artificial intelligence into data. So they announced earnings this coming up week, I believe on Wednesday after market close. So we're gonna see, probably a big swing there, upwards or downwards. Our cost basis is 145. It is at 128 right now. Not stressed. Wouldn't be afraid to pick up a few shares before earnings. Now, a lot of people don't understand Snowflake, and it's a very complicated company. You have to understand that with these kind of companies, yes, the valuation is expensive, but their growth is astronomical. And when you really see the potential here with right now, you're seeing in the AI race, you're seeing all the chip makers, all the picks and shovels of the gold rush, all the picks and shovels of the AI boom, NVIDIA, AMD, Broadcom, Qualcomm. Those are all benefiting right now. Now, the next phase, people calling it phase 2, is the software companies. You got Snowflake. Palantir is already benefiting. CrowdStrike uses artificial intelligence with cybersecurity, this is why I own CrowdStrike's a #1 pick for me. So Snowflake is worth a watch in my opinion. Do not sleep on this. It could go lower. Like I said, it's still richly valued, but I would not be afraid to pick up some shares between $100, $125. So I like the stock. What can I say, guys? I like the stock. Next up, and I'm going to get some hate for this, but Tesla. I mean, my conviction is always bullish on Tesla long term. Now, you guys may hear me say, it's overvalued. And it is. Tesla's a crazy expensive stock. Let's look at Seeking Alpha. Let's go to, I was looking at Snowflake's financials. Let's look up Tesla. I mean, the 4 PE of 90, guys. 90. That's extremely expensive. I want to say rightfully so, but I don't like buying at these levels. And there's a reason I sold at 250, 260s because it's just insane valuation. Revenues are declining, but the potential with Tesla is insane. I see Tesla as the bridge between artificial intelligence and the real world. You got full self-driving. That is the biggest AI project on earth. These cars are robots on wheels. Now, full self-driving is world-changing, revolutionary. Humanoid robots, world-changing, revolutionary. It's going to take some time for these things to impact Tesla's revenue. But, the real opportunity with Tesla here is insane. It just needs some time. It needs a lot of time. I think it's going to be later rather than sooner, but we'll see. I could be proven wrong. I'm hoping it drops under $200 a share. Hope we get some negative news. And I'd love to pick up some more shares. My cost base is 176. I love it under 175, under 160. But I'm not buying it right now, but it's on my watch list. So that's about it on my watch list. Palantir is booming. Palantir's at $32 a share. I'm up 50%, over 50% on my 3.5 shares. So I was going to start a position in this at $20, and then it just bounced back up. Let's take a look at the year-to-date chart or 1-year chart. I was buying, I think around here. Yeah, $20. I think it was around here actually. And it just never looked back. So, it is what it is. We're not chasing. I hope it comes crashing down. No offense, Palantir shareholders, but yeah. So that's the stocks that are on my watch list right now. Now let's get into the final topic that I wanted to discuss today is what would I do if I was new to investing? I want to get my toes wet. And where would I put my money at in this market with millions of stocks and so many overvalued stocks and value traps and stuff like that, artificial intelligence, blah, 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 blah. Here's what I would do, okay? Number one, you need to figure out your monthly income and expenses, okay? When I started this investing journey, this portfolio, I did the same thing. Now, you have to decide how much money you can set aside each week, each month, each day to invest in the market without interfering with your bills or your necessities. You don't want to be investing too heavily where you can't eat dinner tonight. So I'm all for living below your means and saving and investing. I mean, I'm a victim of that. I invest super heavily, especially when stuff's crashing. I just go insane and I add way too much money, but whatever. Decide how much money you can set aside each week and invest it. Now, where do you invest? Okay. I would do, for the average person, I just take the ETFs. Okay. ETFs are a great option. Do some research, learn your ETFs. But there's 3 in particular that I like. Each one is, good for somebody with different goals. So you got VOO, which is my choice. QQQ. Now, I'd probably choose QQQ if I wasn't in VOO, or SCHD. Now, like I said, the ETF you choose depends on your goals and the amount of money you have. So you take a look at VOO. It's a good middle ground. It's the 500 largest companies in America. Decent dividend, decent growth. You really can't go wrong with the SP 500. That's going to outperform many portfolios, many hedge fund managers. I mean, it's really a great ETF. And I would recommend this for any size account. Small, large, medium. I mean, It's just reliable. You just set it and forget it. I have a video on this. Actually, the most popular video on my channel is called VOO and Chill. I think I was over 1,000 views, a whole bunch of comments and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just hard to beat. Now, next up is QQQ. QQQ is the 100 top companies in the US. So it's going to be a lot more concentrated, a lot more volatile, a lot more risky, but you're going to get more exposure to these, large cap companies like Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, stuff like that. Now, it has a smaller dividend. I recommend this for smaller accounts or even medium-sized accounts that are a little more growth focused and want that exposure and that risk and that reward. So, last up, SCHD. SCHD, I don't recommend to many. I actually started this channel investing in SCHD. And the truth is, when you're investing small amounts of money into SCHD, growth is gonna outperform dividends every time. Now, when you have millions of dollars, that's a different story. Put in an SCHD, reap that 3.5% dividend yield. There you go. But when you have, $1,000, $10,000, $20,000, SCHD, there's just better options. It's value focused, less volatility, and there's a high dividend yield. So large accounts is what I recommend it for. But I'm going to end it here, guys. But before I go, keep in mind the best time to invest is right now. Learn about investing, save your money, plan for your future. Do not be left behind. There's opportunity in the stock market. Learn about it. Abuse the benefit and just learn as much knowledge as you can. Invest, save, do some research, buy some companies that you have high conviction in. Stick to the ETFs if you'd like. Plan for your retirement. Especially in this high inflationary environment we're in right now, cash is trash. It's just losing money in your bank account. Invest, invest, invest. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my content or channel and you want to give me some recommendations, comment down below. If you want to subscribe, that helps me out a lot. I'm actually trying to grow this channel now. I'm going to get a microphone instead of this Xbox headset. But thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.